Welcome to another episode of Top Comic Stories, where I share to you the most intriguing and interesting comic stories from both Marvel and DC Comics this week. So if you don't have the time to read comic books anymore, hopefully this short video would be enough to cover the best comic stories this week. Grab a snack, seat back, and enjoy.
After Captain America and his reformed Avengers manage to retrieve Tony's head, Tony successfully constructs himself a new body, along with his signature Ironman armor. Now James Stark collaborates with Johann Schmidt, also known as the Red Skull, to devise a diabolical scheme aimed at seizing control of America and eradicating Steve Rogers' newly assembled group of heroes. To eliminate Rogers' team, James mobilizes an army of Iron Man drones. Fueled by resentment and contempt towards the Avengers, James takes the lead in a distinctive golden blue suit as he spearheads the assault. James's previous suit enabled him to engage in combat with Captain America and withstand a direct lightning strike from Thor. Now, equipped with a new suit, he seems capable of controlling an entire army of duplicates as he re-enters the fray. After many years, Johnny Blaze is no longer the vessel for the spirit of vengeance. Now, a fresh Ghost Rider emerges, blazing a trail through the Marvel Universe. In Ghost Rider Final Vengeance No. 2, a homeless individual scavenging for food on the streets of Chicago witnesses an explosion in a nearby building. Hearing cries for help, the man rushes into the inferno, searching for survivors. Amidst the flames, he encounters only one person, who introduces himself as Parker Robbins. Taking hold of the man, Parker declares he is the new Ghost Rider. Empowered by this newfound role, the new Ghost Rider roams the streets, exhilarated by the extent of his newfound abilities.
Superman's invulnerability is also his weakness. Superman's practically untouchable, except for magic or kryptonite, but when he does get hurt, he's basically stuck. Take this one time when the Justice League just wanted a chill mountain getaway, but ended up tangling with demons, and Superman got banged up. No painkillers work, and his skin's too tough for surgery, so he's just gotta wait it out. It's wild, because you'd think being invincible would be his ace in the hole, but sometimes it backfires, like when he's hit with kryptonite and nobody can touch him for help. And because he's invincible, Superman's gotta be super careful not to take too much damage. Suddenly being like Batman with all his quick fixes doesn't sound so bad.
Hal Jordan overpowers Green Lantern weakness. Hal Jordan finally returns to OA after being away for a long time. OA looks really different now that the United Planets are in charge of the Green Lantern Corps, and they're keeping an eye out for rebels, especially those who use magic with their lanterns. Eventually, Joe and Hal find their way to the Resistance Corps' hideout, where they meet up with other rebels. They fill Hal in on what's been happening with the United Planets and their leader's plan to unlock the power of the Source Lantern. They went to see the Source Lantern, where they encounter Lord Premier Theros, who's guarded by ring hunters wearing special armor that can cancel out Green Lantern rings. They continue their mission and find the Teen Lantern locked up in the Scienceals. Hal gets really angry when he sees Keeley being experimented on and attacks the scientists. They gets into a fight with the ring hunters, and although they manage to disarm most of the Green Lantern Corps, Hal's new power ring isn't effective. They have to make a quick escape, but Joe thinks that Hal's power ring could give them an advantage against the ring hunters. After Captain America got the band together, a major Avenger just decided to join the Red Skull instead. In Avengers Twilight No. 5, the Red Skull initiates his ultimate scheme to seize control of the US government, sparking a colossal battle in Washington, D.C. As Iron Man successfully stops assaults on the Defenders' bases in the vicinity, the Red Skull resorts to his final gambit by unleashing a devastating weapon towards the city. Initially perceived as a nuclear missile by the heroes, Thor intervenes to intercept it, only to discover with dread that the true weapon is none other than the Hulk himself. The Hulk has aligned himself with the Red Skull, raising alarming suspicions of brainwashing due to visible implants on his skin. Batman just discovered everything bad happening to him is because of his mentor. In Batman No. 146, Bruce finds himself compelled to listen to his former mentor. Dr. Captio delves into his role in shaping the Joker into the ultimate adversary he has become. He reveals how he influenced the Joker to commit heinous acts such as the murder of Jason Todd and the shooting of Barbara Gordon, all in an effort to push Batman to his limits, paving the way for the emergence of the Batman of Zur-En-Arrh. Dr. Captio theorizes that the activation of the failsafe mechanism would trigger the emergence of Zur-En-Arrh within Batman, ultimately taking over his personality. Subsequently, the Joker manipulates Penguin into orchestrating his own apparent demise and framing Batman, thus setting off the chain of events that Bruce currently finds himself entangled in. After Catwoman and Dylan Dog's companion Groucho are kidnapped and subjected to experiments by Joker and his new mentor, Dr. Zabarus, Batman and Dylan Dog come to the rescue. They free Selina and Groucho and provide treatment to reverse the effects of Joker and Zabarus' experiments. During Groucho's recovery from his previous exposure to Joker's toxins, he reveals Joker's true intentions. Groucho explains that the clown is searching for someone like-minded, a companion to engage with. However, Joker encounters a setback in his pursuit of a lifelong friend when his chosen candidate, Christopher Killex, is discovered deceased. As a result, Joker enlists the help of his former mentor, Zabarus, known for his ability to resurrect the dead, to aid in bringing Killex back to life. After Iron Man's battle with the Stark Sentinels, his new Sentinel Buster came crashing down after Fei Long successfully destroyed his core power. In Invincible Iron Man number 17, Tony Stark awakens following his intense battle with Fei Long and his Stark Sentinels. He finds himself in a state of confusion, struggling to differentiate between reality and a fever-induced nightmare. Navigating through the debris, Tony encounters an illusion of Magneto, who attacks him and swiftly ensnares him in layers of metal as Tony desperately calls out for him to wait. This sequence provides a glimpse into Stark's psyche, revealing his deep-seated fear of the master of magnetism, despite Iron Man's past technical victories over him. After losing his spider sense and eventually getting an upgraded version. Now, thanks to this new costume, Miles looks more powerful than Spider-Man. In Miles Morales' Spider-Man number 18, this enhanced outfit debut coincides with a critical juncture as Miles, alongside Ms. Marvel and Shift, his shape-shifting clone, engages in a fierce battle with a new faction of adversaries known as the Cape Killers. Facing off against Agent Gao, Scorpion, Taskmaster, Hightail, and Gust, Miles finds himself the first to clash with this menacing group, compelling him to channel all his strength into a single, electrified punch. The sheer force of this blow triggers a remarkable transformation, upgrading Miles' costume to a new level of spandex that significantly amplifies his abilities. What if Wolverine had a happy life? Pursuing a new incarnation of the villainous onslaught across various dimensions, a team of Wolverines from alternate realities arrives on a world where the X-Men have achieved their mission of protecting mutants. Their arrival coincides with an engagement celebration, as Wolverine's foster daughter, Amiko, prepares to wed Nate, the son of Cyclops and Madeline Pryor. To everyone's surprise, the Wolverine of this reality emerges, revealing that he has found true love with Mariko Yashida in this perfect timeline. Logan and Mariko are not only a couple, but also proud parents to 3 children. After the return of the Reverse Flash, the Titans are left with no speedster, and with the return of Trigon, they would need a replacement. In Titans number 10, Nightwing, Donna Troy, and Tempest engage in a discussion about the imminent threat posed by Trigon, Raven's demonic father. Donna pointedly suggests that given the upcoming battle with demonic forces, having a potent sorcerer like Tempest on their side would be invaluable. This subtle hint is directed at Tempest, who, despite aiding the team on numerous occasions, has yet to become an official member. Garth readily accepts the offer to formally join the Titans. After Brainiac's unleashing of a Khazarian army on Metropolis, resulting in widespread destruction and chaos, Superman is now on a collision course with the notorious main man, Lobo. In Superman number 13, at Guy Gardner's Warrior Bar in California, patrons scatter amidst a disturbance erupting inside. The culprit behind the chaos is none other than Lobo, who vents his frustration by tossing furniture and unleashing a barrage of colorful expletives. Lobo wants to retrieve his stolen bike and depart Earth, but a quarantine imposed by the United Planets stops his plans. Despite the disruption, Lobo persists in his rampage until a commanding voice interrupts him. Turning to face the source, Lobo finds himself face to face with Superman. Enraged by the sight of Superman, Lobo throws a prop Green Lantern at Superman, igniting a heated altercation between the two powerful beings. All this, however, was a misunderstanding, as Superman thought Lobo was part of the army that Brainiac has unleashed.
Hope you enjoyed the stories in this week's episode. More stories to come next week. Subscribe so you don't miss the episode when it drops.